Shalom, Israel. This class is about Yahweh's battle. Isaiah 34:16.
Isaiah 34 verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them.
So this is what the Lord has commanded us to do, is to read these scriptures, to get the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from Him, and to have faith, and to know that, and be still, and to know that He is God. 2 Corinthians 10 verse 4.
Second Corinthians 10 verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
See, this isn't a physical fight. We're not out here to do a physical fight. We go out to the highways and to the byways. We have to know that the Lord is going to be there for us and fight our battles. This is a spiritual fight. And there's going to come a time when the Lord, He is going to take care of all these adversaries of His. But right now, it's time to do our spiritual fight. Romans 8 and verse 31.
Romans 8 verse 31. What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us?
So it doesn't matter how many people come out against us when we go out there. And we get people coming against us on an everyday basis. But we got to just have our faith and continue on with this race with endurance to the end, and know that He's going to fight the battle for us. 2 Chronicles 20 verse 15.
Second Chronicles 20 verse 15. And he said, Hearken ye all Judah, and ye inhabitants of Jerusalem, and thou King Jehoshaphat, thus saith the Lord unto you, be not afraid nor dismayed by reason of this great multitude, for the battle is not yours, but God's.
And see, he's letting you know all through the scriptures, the battle isn't ours, it's the Lord's. So, I mean, we don't have to go out there and get into physical altercations. All we have to do is know that the Lord is with us. He said He's not going to leave us nor forsake us. He'll be with us always, even to the end of the world. Ephesians 6, 11 through 13.
Ephesians 6, 11 through 13. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
So he's saying it again. The weapons of our warfare, they're not carnal, but they're pulling down of strongholds. And see, right now we're in this spiritual fight. So we have to put on the whole armor of God and know that He is God, and we just have to let Him fight the battles for us. Psalms 24 verse 8. Psalms 24 verse 8.
Psalms 24 verse 8. Who is the King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle.
See, the King of glory, that's Hamashiach, Yahweh. He's the King of kings and Lord of lords. So we have to wait on Him to take care of all these adversaries. Right now, all we got to do is be obedient to what He says through these scriptures and go out there and put in this work, because he's going to be here directly. We just have to be patient and do what David said and wait on the Lord. Is that it? Psalms 18 verse 39.
Psalms 18 verse 39. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me.
And everybody that rises up against us, He's going to take care of them. All we have to do is have that faith. And see, you can't be afraid when you go out to the highways. You have to be courageous and have a lot of faith and know that he's going to protect you. So you just have to just gird your loins, put on the whole armor of Christ, and know that he is God and stand firm. Zechariah 10, 3-6.
Zechariah 10, 3-6. Mine anger was kindled against the shepherds, and I punished the goats. For the Lord of hosts has visited his flock, the house of Judah, and hath made them as his goodly horse in the battle. Out of him came forth the corner, out of him the nail, out of him the battle bow, out of him every oppressor together. And they shall be as mighty men, which tread down their enemies in the mire of the streets in the battle. And they shall fight, because the Lord is with them, and the riders on horses shall be confounded.
So that's why Judah is out there so strong, because Judah is the head tribe, and God is using Judah. That's why so many of the tribe of Judah out there in all the streets right now, because he's using Judah as the head to bring all the other tribes together on that one stick. And we're going to be victorious, but we just have to be patient and wait on the Lord to take care of all these adversaries of ours.
And I'll strengthen the house of Judah, and I'll save the house of Joseph, and I'll bring them again to place them, for I have mercy upon them, and they shall be as though I had not cast them off. For I am the Lord their God, and will hear them. And
he is going to hear us. But see, you got to understand, the Lord does not listen to sinners. But if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will, him he heareth. That's what he said in John verse 9 and 31. Isaiah 13, 4-5.
Isaiah 13, 4-5. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
And this is what he's going to do. So all we have to do is be vessels of honor and go out there and put in this work. He is going to use his people Israel in the end, but we're going to be under Yahweh Shai. We can't get ahead of him. We have to wait on him and just do our part. He's going to finish this. He started this place, and he is going to finish it. That's why he says, he is the author and finisher of our faith. Isaiah 9 and 5.
Isaiah 9 verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but they shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
And this is Isaiah giving a depiction of how this one is going to be. Because back in the olden days, they were fighting with their shields, and they had swords, and they had arrows. But this one is going to be with fuel of fire. He's describing it through the prophet Isaiah. So this battle that's coming, he's going to be victorious. And all we got to do is wait on the Lord to do all these things. Joel 3, 1-5. Joel 3, 1-5.
Joel 3, 1-5. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
So he already knows who his sheep are and where they are. All the ones that's been scattered in all these nations, he's coming back for his sheep. That shepherd is going to take care of all of his sheep. But he already knows. And this is talking about that valley of Jehoshaphat over in the Middle East, where he's going to gather all the nations. And he's going to plead with them there. And that's what's brewing now. That's why you're seeing all these nations getting all their weapons ready for this battle. Because this is the Most High putting this together. Go ahead.
And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
And this is going back to when they went and got our people and put our people into captivity. But he's going to bring us out of this captivity. Go ahead.
Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
And this is the Most High talking about his silver and his gold. How this goes with Lamentations chapter 4. How the precious sons of Zion are comparable to fine gold. He said, how are we esteemed? As earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter. So the people that all these people they touched, we're precious to the Most High. He calls us, we're comparable to fine gold. So he's coming back for his treasures, and the ones that, the apples of his eyes, and the ones that's so dear and near to him. Go ahead. Verse 6.
Verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
See, the Most High knows all about it. No matter where we've been scattered, he knows where we're at, and he knows who they are. The Lord knows those who are his. That's why he said that through Timothy. And those that call on the name of the Lord, they must turn from wrongdoing. Lamentations 4, 1 through 2.
Lamentations 4, 1 through 2. How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street.
And this is talking about the precious sons and daughters of Zion. Read.
The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed? As earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter.
And this is why he's comparing us to fine gold, because he's the one that created us. He created everyone, but we're the ones that he chose from the foundation of the world. Isaiah 66, 15 through 18.
Isaiah 66, verse 15 through 18. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by a sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And this is how Hamashiach is coming back. He's not coming back to give out lollipops and hugs and kisses. This is how he's coming back. He's coming back to destroy, and he's going to bring his people out of this captivity.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
And that's talking about all these people that are in all these churches, because he didn't give us religion. Religion means to hold back. He said there should be no divisions among you, and all these different denominations. He's talking about all these people in these churches, how he's going to punish them.
For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory.
And everybody, he said every eye is going to see him, even those who pierced him. This goes with what he said in Revelations. Every eye is going to see him. Everyone's going to see his glory. Isaiah 66, 1 through 2.
Verse 1 through 2. Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me? And where is the place of my rest?
So the Most High, he's telling you who created all of this. He's letting you know he's who he is. He's telling you some of his attributes here. How the heaven is his throne and the earth is his footstool. He's making it crystal clear with this. There's no misunderstanding with this.
For all those things hath mine hand made, and all those things have been, saith the Lord. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor, and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word.
So he's talking about the ones that have humility, and the ones that will humble themselves enough to listen to him. and listen to these scriptures and the laws, statutes, and commandments. Is that it? Isaiah 65, 1 through 6.
Isaiah 65, 1 through 6. I am sought of them that asked not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by my name.
A lot of people want to call on the name of the Lord, but not everyone was chosen from him. He only chose Israel out of all those nations. See, he's saying it in this passage. Read on.
I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good.
And now he's talking about his own people. How our people are stiff-necked and hard-headed. That's why in Jeremiah 4 and 22 he says, my people are like sottish children. He said they're like stupid children. They just don't want to hear the laws of the Lord. This is what he's getting into. Read on.
In a way that was not, which walketh in a way that was not good, after their own thoughts. A people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves, and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh, and broth of abominable things is in their vessels.
And he's talking about how our people love to eat the pork, how they eat crab and shrimp and lobster. When he gave us the dietary laws, he gave us the ceremonial laws, he gave us moral laws. He's getting into this. And all the ones that are doing all these things that he hates, they're going to get punished. This is what he's saying. Read on.
Which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day.
And the Most High, it stinks to him. He sees all these things and it stinks. But he has a day appointed for all the wicked. Nobody that's doing these things is going unpunished. He's breaking it down crystal clear. Is that it? Isaiah 60, 1 through 2.
Isaiah 61 through 2. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
And see, that's why we have to let our light so shine so all men can see our good works and glorify Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, which is in heaven. We have to just continue to do these laws, statutes, and commandments until he returns. Read on.
But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
And people are going to see it. They're going to know. They're going to see who the people of God are. And see, that's why Christ said, I came into this world so that the blind can see, and those that see will become blind. See, if you're calling on the name of the Lord and saying that you're one of his, you have to walk even as he walked. Go ahead. That it? Isaiah 60, 14 through 15.
Verse 14 through 15. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I'll make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations.
So all the people that have been mistreating us and oppressing us and have this perpetual hatred, he's going to take care of all of those people. And he's going to give us a name and a fame when this is all said and done. He's going to be, his people are going to be magnified, and everyone's going to know who we are in due season. Was that it? Isaiah 60, verse 12.
Verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
And it's crystal clear. All the ones that don't want to bow down to God's people on that day, and to Mashiach Yahweh Shai himself, he's going to waste them. They're going to be utterly wasted. He's just going to destroy them all. Isaiah, John 15, 17 through 21.
John 15, 17 through 21. These things I command you, that ye love one another. If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
See, they even hated Christ. The most righteous man that ever walked